Snow is headed our way tomorrow. We'll tell you when and how much to expect. As a mask mandate is enacted for Fargo, what the mayor has to say about enforcement, plus the push to allow visitors in North Dakota nursing homes. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Tomorrow will mark the first of at least two first alert weather days for the Valley this week, and it's because of snow to be expected. We turn it right away over to our chief meteorologist, Hutch Johnson, who's here with how much and where. Hutch?
Mike, thanks so much. This early season, we are seeing another chance of some snow as we go into the day tomorrow. So let's get you informed here. We have a blossoming of precipitation, rain, sleet, and snow out to the west, but we will be cold enough for accumulating snowfall, and it begins Tuesday morning out west. Here's a look at the aerial coverage of the snowfall, and these light blue colors indicative of places that will get 1 to 4 inches of accumulating snow. That's most of the area. I think there'll be an enhanced band of 2 to 4 here along Highway 200 or very close to Fargo. So I think we stand to see a good couple of inches, 3 to 5 in Lakes Country. And this all happens just in time so that most of us have those greasy roads for the evening commute. So we'll be able to get to work fine tomorrow. Now coming up, we'll have details on a first alert weather day on Thursday. Another round of even heavier, more intense snow. I'll have the very latest in a few moments.
Yeah, that's the one I'm really worried about. Thanks. The city of Fargo is under a mask mandate. It went into effect late this afternoon after being announced by Mayor Tim Mahoney. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly explains what this means for you.
Every person in the city of Fargo must now wear a face covering over the mouth and nose while indoors, where you may come into contact with people outside of your household and you cannot stay 6 feet apart.
I think it's a good idea with the rate that COVID cases are going up in Fargo.
This includes bars, restaurants, and businesses in Fargo. And you must also wear a mask outdoors, where social distancing isn't possible.
I think if it's going to help people, then you might as well just wear it. It's not that hard to wear them.
Recently, Fargo city leaders narrowly turned down a mask mandate, with the mayor casting the deciding vote. This time around, there was no vote, the mayor utilizing emergency powers. Mayor Mahoney saying it's not about science, not politics, this is our community's health. Not everyone is keen on the idea.
I just feel like this is getting out of hand, and I think a lot of America agrees.
To have a mask mandate is going to create more problems, more illness, and it's going to result in really a greater division in the community.
Despite the mayoral mask mandate, there is no penalty for those not following it. At least 2 commissioners are saying more needs to be done.
I'm thinking we probably are at the point where we need to put some enforcement tied with it.
If this doesn't satisfy the need in the community, we have to be prepared to put enforcement in.
The mandate will remain in effect until lifted by the mayor or changed or terminated by the majority of city commissioners. In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
And tonight we're told that West Fargo leaders are looking into the idea of a mask mandate for that city. A committee is expected to come up with a proposal that could be considered by a special commission meeting later this week. North Dakota lawmakers are calling on Governor Doug Burgum to remove nursing homes and other long-term care facilities from executive orders limiting visitation. Back in June, the governor offered visitation and reopening guidances to facilities. Lawmakers want to continue those reopenings, and they want assisted living and basic care to be excluded from executive orders to allow all facilities to have plans that allow for visitation to resume and establish waivers to protect facilities from liability.
From the state's perspective, and from the executive order through the VP3 plan, virtually every long-term care site is open for indoor visitation, period.
According to the Department of Human Services, 193 facilities offered in-person visitation. If federal guidelines are put in place, that number goes down to 12. Flags are flying at half-staff in Minnesota to honor those who have died from COVID-19 in the state. Governor Tim Walz ordered the flags on state and federal buildings to be flown at half-staff from sunrise to sunset today and on the 19th for the next 2 months. People, businesses, and organizations are encouraged to join in as well. More than 2,000 Minnesotans have died from coronavirus. Last week, the state hit a new daily record number of positive cases at more than 2,200. Cass County investigators are asking for your help in identifying those responsible for 3 residential burglaries. They took place between October 14th and 15th on what's called Lost River Road. That's in Horace. It appears that one of the burglars has a significant cut to one or both of their hands and may have been traveling on a bicycle. If you have any information on these cases, call Detective Greg Smith. The phone number is there on your screen, 701-241-5884. When it comes to early voting, North Dakota and 24 other states begin pre-processing returned ballots early. 22 states process absentee ballots as soon as they receive them, while 4 states wait until the day of the election. Well, as of today, the state of North Dakota has sent out more than 199,000 absentee and vote-by-mail ballots. About 100,000 have been returned. There was a heavy turnout in Cass County today as people got a jump on the early voting before the November 3rd election. After months of bitter and political campaigning, those living in Cass County apparently are eager to get to the finish line with next month's election. For a full list of voting locations across the metro, just head over to our VNL News app. A Waseca, Minnesota police officer is back home tonight, and that's for the first time after being shot in the line of duty 9 months ago. 32-year-old Eric Matson was welcomed home by hundreds of people, including dozens of squad cars from across the state. He was shot in the head while responding to a disturbance call back in January. Since March, he's been at a rehab facility in Omaha, relearning how to walk and talk. The man who shot him, 38-year-old Tyler Janowski, pleaded guilty to attempted murder charges. He'll be sentenced next month. A tsunami was generated after a strong earthquake in a remote part of Alaska. Tsunami sirens blared after the magnitude 7.5 quake hit the Standpoint earlier today. The National Tsunami Warning Centers say that the earthquake created 2 waves more than 4 feet high. The warning center is now keeping an eye on harbors along 500 miles of Alaska's coastline. The quake was centered south of the Aleutian Peninsula. It was followed by multiple aftershocks. And speaking of Alaska, a deer was successfully rescued from some very cold water in Alaska. This happened over the weekend. The U.S. Coast Guard crew spotted the animal while patrolling the area. They slowed. The deer swam toward them, where they were able to pull it into the boat. The water temperature at the time was 49 degrees. The air temp was 43. The deer was released at a nearby cove. Still ahead tonight on Valley News Live at 10, how Minneapolis is using millions of dollars and an empty warehouse to provide homes for the homeless.
Waves of snow on Thursday. We will see a pretty potent system heading our way. Significant snow for your Tuesday as well. This is after a cool start to the work week, 20 degrees below average in Fargo today. Your forecast is straight ahead.